Filthy Martini Studios in Ontario, California, it's the Foo Bar Show!
Hey, what is up, everyone? I am Josie.
I'm Josh with the Foo.
And Steph.
Thank y'all very much for listening to the Foo Bar Show. Thanks for hitting subscribe and remember to rate, review, and tell your friends like a champ. You can always reach us at Foo Bar Show. That's FTheBelowBarShow.com. And F the Below Bar Show is our handle on Facebook, Tumblr, Twitter, and Instagram. Check us out, drop us a line, and we'll foo it up like a couple of foos. Ain't that right, foos?
Sifu.
Of course.
Yeah. Yep. Hey, Josh, welcome back, man.
What's up, guys?
Yeah, what's happening? A lot has happened since the previous episode, and I gotta say, this whole coronavirus thing, am I right? I had it on Wednesday. Can you believe it?
No, I can't. I cannot believe it.
Come on, man. I had all the possible
didn't.
symptoms. I went online. I did my research. And I'm like, do I have this? Check. Do I have a fever? Check. Cough? Check. Shortness of breath? Chiggity check. And yeah, I overcame it. You know, and all it took was just drinking a lot of water.
You know, they also call that the flu.
Yes.
Yeah. Well,
I think you had a flu.
No,
A flu?
it was
A
the
flu.
coronavirus. It was a coronavirus.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, it told me.
Mm-hmm.
The foo.
Well, tell us why you
flu.
think that.
I just told you why, because I checked off all the symptoms off my list.
If you had the
What? Oh,
coronavirus
so it's
flu,
your
you'd still be
list.
feeling the symptoms.
Yeah, which
That's
hospital? Which hospital gave you the confirmation?
The hospital of Dr. Joe C.
You can find him at
Hospital-
webmd.com.
Hospital South.
Yeah, and I said I was pregnant, so I don't know what to tell you guys.
See?
I guess.
See?
Oh, man.
Steph, you have some splaining to do.
Just the
Mr. Mom, or Mr. Mom,
Mr.
right?
Mom or
Junior.
junior.
That's what
That's
it's called.
the
Junior.
thing that I was thinking about.
Yeah.
that fucking movie.
Made absolutely no sense.
Oh
It
my
was so
god, this is just
stupid.
gross.
Right.
It was just like, dude, where's it gonna come from?
Yeah.
They're just like, let's
Ugh.
make this movie and let's get Arnold to do it.
Yeah,
He needs money, right?
Yeah.
He's got some divorce. Oh wait, no, not yet.
Yeah.
He was planning ahead.
and well, we'll get to some coronavirus news from you, Steph, a little
Yeah.
bit later on in the episode. Foo, you have some nerdy shit going on, but first,
Yes.
you guys went to the Laker game on Friday, right?
Yes,
And you
sir.
almost really didn't make it in. Who are they playing? The Bucks?
Yes.
It was the number one in the West versus number one in the East.
Oh, crazy.
number 1 versus number 2. Yeah, in the
Bloods
league.
the whole
versus
league.
Crips.
Yeah. What?
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 Snoop Dogg versus the gang food.
Yeah, dude.
Yang gang.
What the fuck?
No, I don't know. It just seemed like
It's a
something to
different
say.
gang.
Oh.
Yeah.
More of a nerdier gang.
Yeah. Yeah. Math, Foo.
Well, yeah, we had the game on Friday. It started off pretty cool. I met the Foo at the train station.
Yeah, you took the train there.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
don't often do that, do you?
Oh, every once in a while, if I have an event in LA and
okay.
I'm meeting this guy, I'll take
I've
the.
only done
take
it
in.
once. How are the? How
I've
is
taken it a few
it?
times. It's not bad.
It's not like the horror stories were from like the New York subway.
No,
or anything like that?
No, not at all. Like you can actually get like this last time. I got a seat by the window and I had like a little table.
Oh, that's a treat.
So it's not bad. Like the seats are nice and comfy. The ride's pretty smooth. If you take the Metro Link, the one I took was off of Citrus Avenue in Covina. That's pretty much you only have like 4 stops. So as opposed to if you take the Gold Line from like Citrus College, that one is actually subway style, where you have to take multiple stops because that goes all the way from Citrus to Union. But it takes you like
Stops
an
in
hour.
Pasadena.
It stops in Pasadena. It stops in Chinatown.
2 stops in Pasadena, East LA.
Yeah, so you make more stops on that one. It's a little bit longer, and that's where you see all the crazies. Yeah, that's where you majority see all the crazies at. But no, this one was nice. Got in. We went to this like where was that place? Food? What kind of food was that? Would you categorize that?
Oh, we went to this like fusion restaurant, this Filipino fusion called Orden Broadway. And we had probably the best goddamn wings.
Oh,
ever.
I can never go back to Wingstop. Like
Really?
that's how great these wings were.
Better than Wingstop.
Yeah,
Jeez.
dude. I got the sweet and spicy ones. Like they fry them so well. Like I didn't even need to ask them to be well done. Like they were so fucking crispy.
And the lemon pepper I got.
Yeah, the lemon pepper was
otherworldly,
bomb.
dude.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, they also gave you also ordered what did you
I
order?
also ordered lumpias.
Lumpias are
And they had them like
dude.
super dressed up with
Yeah.
like Yeah, super hipster, all dressed
The,
up.
the presentation was phenomenal,
Yeah.
and then the food.
Well, I'm sure
itself was
they're
great.
not cheap.
And then
No,
I
it was not.
And then I had and I also got oxtail adobo.
What?
Yeah, that was
with
actually
four
pretty
pieces
good.
with
All
4 pieces of
fancy.
toast
Dang.
food.
That was actually pretty good.
So we had that bone marrow food.
They have copious amounts of rice with each dish.
no.
No, you actually got fries with the.
We ordered fries
Fusion
with
food.
That's why fusion.
it.
Crazy.
Yeah,
this
man,
place
it was
called?
awesome. Orden Broadway.
Yeah.
Spell it.
ORD.
Oh, for right
Ord.
now.
R-D.
We're doing this right
Ord and Broadway.
She
We're
needs
doing
to,
this
she
now,
needs to
fool.
save it in her.
Yeah,
I mean,
contact.
food, it looks like we got to go there too because I already took you to one place.
Yeah,
downtown.
which we'll get to.
Which
but
we'll
I
get
really
to,
want to
yeah.
hear this stupid fucking story.
So
because you
after-
guys almost didn't make it to the lake show.
How do you know this?
Who,
You
who are
clued
your,
me in
who are
already.
your sources?
You fucks.
Oh, okay. Well, in that
You
case,
didn't contact the Lakers organization about this.
Yeah, check all the cameras.
LA security, LA Live security. Yeah. So on the way there, me and the foo, we parked, at a pretty cheap lot a ways from the stadium.
One of the Federation's satellite locations.
All right.
And so then we decide to go look for scooters, Lime scooters. We've Lime scootered in the city before for Comic-Con, but not in this particular area. So
Josh wasn't used to this to Bunker Hill.
yeah, we're straight up driving along Bunker Hill, and so as we get closer to the hill, the food's a good distance away, and he's just hauling ass the entire way, like throwing carry to the wind.
Like riding up on buses' asses.
Yeah, dude, this guy I was just trying to keep up with him most of the time.
It was fun as fuck.
So
Classic food.
so as I saw him go down the hill, I'm like, oh crap, okay, there's a hill. All right, let me press on the brake. As I pressed on the brake, you had to press almost to where the metal hit the actual handle for it to feel anything. I'm like,
Wow.
oh crap. So I let go of the
faulty
gas.
one.
So it's still picking up speed. I'm like, oh no, really? I'm like, okay, hold on. So I held on to the fucking brake the whole time. We're going down the hill. It's still picking up speed. I'm not even pushing on the power to go at all. I'm like, shit. So then it starts to shake. So then I'm like, okay. So I put my foot down, and in front of me there's the foo, and I'm picking up on him, and it's starting to narrow because there are stop traffic to the left, and then there were parked cars to the right. And there was a truck at the very end where the line of the parked cars were at. So I'm like, okay, I analyzed the situation. I'm like, if I just keep going, I'm going to run into this guy and we're going to crash, or I'm going to go past him and there's a red light up ahead, a cross section. Okay, so what's my other option? All right, I got to drag my foot. I got to drag and try and brake. So as I drug to brake, all of a sudden, I don't know if it was a manhill or if it was the actual how the street was, but I felt the scooter start to shake and it lost it from under me. I'm like, okay, this is how this is going then. So I braced myself. I'm like, all right. So then I hopped off the scooter, I let it go, and then I immediately braced myself to land. And rather than hit my palms, I touched it with my left, used my left as almost like a stopping point. Yeah, that's how it felt, man. I scraped my left along, and then my knees landed
Josh
right on the
crashed through
ground.
two guys carrying a glass fucking.
Yeah, just like you see in the
fruit
movie.
cart, the glass. What are the platitudes? The
Lady
fucking-
lady in the stroller with
Yeah,
the baby in the
yes,
stroller.
Yes.
Old woman
Oh,
crossing the
yeah.
street.
crossing the street. No,
Fucking dog.
dude. And I literally, I felt like
So, dude, I'm up there, and all of a sudden, I just hear a fucking
boom. Oh, the fucking dog. This guy hears it, and I'm on the floor already, on my back, and I all of a sudden I hear three dudes dude, don't get up. I'm like, oh, what the fuck? They're like, dude, you fucking took a mean ass fall. They're like, that was a smart move though, because you were actually gonna run into that truck. I looked up, I'm like, oh fuck, there's a truck right here.
This guy would
Where I
have done
stopped
some
right in
serious
front of it.
damage if he would have hit the truck.
Yeah, I would have had a concussion or maybe even broken an arm or something. I would have broken something for sure. But I'm laying on the ground. I can't even, my knees are just in searing pain because those are the first things to land. And I was in the fetal position on my back because
Yeah.
that's how my knees were. And I'm just I'm like, fuck. And the dude's like, don't get up, you're good. I'm like, fuck, I can't stretch, I can't move my legs. Like, I could not move my legs. I'm like, fuck, all right, let me stretch it. Let me stretch it. Yeah. I honestly thought that was the thing that was gonna hurt the most, but I didn't even feel anything. Yeah, my knees, I couldn't straighten them out, and then finally I just sucked it up. I'm like, all right. I stood up, I tried walking, dude, I was all weak. I was like, oh fuck. And they're like, dude, are you good? I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. So
Just suck it up.
The food's just like, all right, man. So we can go back. I'm all, no. Let's just walk the scooter on the sidewalk a bit and get past this hill. I'm not riding back this hill. So we went down, and he's like, all right, man, you good? I'm like, yeah. So I get back on the scooter, we ride, and we parked them right outside of LA Live. And so then I go a little ways away from the foo, because I was not going to climb up a fucking curb. So I went around to where the curb kind of met a driveway, and I parked that way. As soon as I got off that scooter, I'm just like, oh, shit. My knees are all weak. And this guy comes up, all right, man, you know what? I'm not gonna call you a bitch, dude. If you want to just leave now, like, let's just leave, dude. It's okay. You don't have to go to this game. I'm like, no.
I gave him a couple outs, dude.
He gave me several throughout the night. He even told me, bro, we can leave at halftime. I'm like, nah, man. We're good. Like, I'm watching this fucking game. I'm not missing this game. And I'm like, giddy up. So the food hands me one of those tabs, which you taken today.
I think he was only going to take half.
Originally, that was my plan. I was only going to take half.
THC tabs, right?
Yeah. And mind you, on the ride there, I was stone cold sober. Like, I was stone cold sober. So when we finally like parked, I'm like, you know what, dude? Give me the full tab. He's like, you sure? I'm like, yes. I don't have any ibuprofen or anything. I need something to subside. No, hell no. Hell no. I will argue otherwise, sir. So we finally walk in, and I'm like, dude, let's just go get a beer somewhere. I need a fucking drink. I need alcohol to ease the pain. So we walk around LA Live. Every bar is like packed. And I'm just like, you know what, dude, it's fine. Let's just go inside the stadium and, and get beer in there. So we walk in, we walk to the first part where all the statues are. The line is like not moving at all. So they tell us, hey, you know what? It's only a walk 30 seconds down the way. You can get in a lot faster. Like, there's a new gate open. So we're like, cool. So we walk in. It's the fucking media and team member gate.
Yeah.
And they weren't letting anyone come in. So then we had to walk a little more down the ways. And then finally they let us in. We walk in. I'm like, hey, is there a first aid section here? And they're like, yeah, why? I'm like, well, I kind of had a spill in front of LA Live like on the way here.
You're like an old dame, dude. Getting the vapors after clutching your pearls because somebody said something obscene.
You're right. You should have heard what they said. Dude. You should have heard what they said.
Oh,
my stars. So they pointed us to first aid, which is another 7.
My.
It's like half the stadium. I had to walk through half the stadium just to get to the first aid station.
Yeah, well, no. First we went to guest services, and then they're like, "No, you got to go to first aid. It's a little down the way."
You guys just can't have a nice outing.
Apparently
the
not.
The fuck is wrong with you?
I mean, shit happens. But you know what? I didn't let it ruin the night because I went to first aid. The dude's just still chilling on the table reading a book about marijuana. And then the other paramedics just watching TV. Like they look like they're just having a chill night until I walked in.
Great, we have to work now.
Yeah. Laker night's a snow night for the AFTs.
Oh, wait a minute. And then, I walked in. The dude's like, what the fuck did you do? I fell. And he was like, were you running? I'm all, yes.
It's just, I just picture John Leguizamo, dude. I don't know why when you said that. I just go anyway, keep going.
So the dude put on like peroxide and stuff. I didn't feel a thing. Like I didn't feel any burn, which may have been
Josh
due
is
to
on
adrenaline.
pure adrenaline.
At this point. So we take the escalator up. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to buy a jersey. I'm not going to let this shit ruin my fucking night. I'm going to still enjoy my night.
You underestimate my power.
I felt like him at the end of that movie. Crawling up the way.
Specifically.
All right, sure. The fool's up there. You were my brother, Josh. I loved you.
You were the chosen one.
So we get up to, I walk up to the seats, and let me tell you, man, walking upstairs with no knees, I was like holding the bar with both hands, like pulling myself up.
Dude, I told this guy, and you know how it is. We went to a Clipper game once, right?
Once.
You know how it's easy to get out of the stadium if you just take the stairs out?
It's easier if they lose, too, which they did.
No.
But yes.
It's way faster to get out of the stadium through the stairs. This guy could not use the stairs.
God.
Yeah, and he even asked me after, do you want to use the stairs, man? I'm all, no, we're taking the fucking escalator.
Wow.
I could barely walk down the aisles. Like, at halftime, I left the food, and I told him I wanted to go get a beer. And so I walked down there. I was gone for at least 25 minutes. And we were not far away from the concession stand, mind you. Like, it should have only been 10 minutes tops. But it took so, like, I just see me walking, like, all gingerly down the aisles. Everyone's just passing me up.
Wow.
One dude was like, oh, sorry, bro. I'm like, nah, man, you're good. Just keep going.
Just go around.
Just go around. Go around. It's like the old man with his blinker still on for about 2 miles down the road.
That was like at the end of the night when we scootered back. We had to walk uphill a little bit. I'm like, I walked for like 2 minutes, and I look back, and I'm like, holy shit, Josh is like half a mile back.
I'm still at the beginning of the hill. This guy's already at the top. I'm
You're
just
still
like,
thinking about it.
Yeah.
Some janky version of trains, planes, and automobiles.
Yeah, dude. The worst.
Long story short.
Oh, yeah. But my knees are fucked. But I mean, yesterday I rested all day, and then today I can walk a little bit. Just kind of a little sore. But.
Food. Josh made sure he was exposed to the Greeks who went to the game and got coronavirus. He was that dedicated.
Nice.
Shut the.
Do you believe any of that shit?
He had to be there.
Well, speaking of coronavirus, Steph, do you have any news about this whole everybody being whipped up into a needless frenzy?
Yep.
All right. With Steph.
Woo, we all gonna die.
We're dead.
Did.
Well, like I said, I had it on Wednesday.
You did not have it on.
Come on,
Wednesday.
like.
All right. We'll
You-
go with the bit. You had it.
No, I
Now
didn't
you're
have
a
it
carrier.
anymore.
Now what?
Yeah,
Now you're a carrier. Now
No,
I
I'm
don't
immune
have it.
now. I'm immune.
Bullshit.
You're immune.
Then Foo, why don't you donate your body to science? You have the antibodies, Foo.
Anybody who's healthy, tell them, Steph, would have the antibodies.
Yes. But you need to be exposed in order for you to become immune to it.
Right.
So-
Are you suggesting that I didn't get exposed?
No, you didn't get exposed. If anybody's gonna get exposed, it's gonna be me.
Isn't exposing a crime?
That's a
Depending on what type of subtext.
All right.
Is it exposed?
Just checking.
Is that why you're wearing
it-
your trench coat right now?
Is it-
Continue.
Is it voyeurism?
Disregard said trench coat.
All right, so they found out. CDC found out that it
Foo, put it away.
oh no!
Got Paddington Bear over here.
Oh, gross.
Oh no!
That guy's packing, dude.
Oh man.
Anyway.
Continue.
Oh my god! What the hell just happened? Anyway, the CDC found out that the coronavirus has stemmed from bats, and it's also
Somebody fucked a bat?
no. Somebody probably ate a bat.
Batman. Quick, find Kirk Landstrom.
It was Batman.
Man bat. Not Batman.
All right, continue. Damn it.
I'm trying to, but you guys are fucking off the rails
so
right
what
now.
about a bat coming on your titties?
What the fuck?
This took a turn.
Okay,
Josie.
shut the fuck up.
What's
Okay,
your search
it-
history
this,
like?
This
Don't worry about it.
this coronavirus is in the bat family. Okay, fuck you.
Is it Robin or Nightwing?
Oh shit.
Oh, Red Hood.
Set
Oh,
him up.
shit.
Set him up.
So people are like freaking out way too much. There's no reason why people should be buying copious amounts of toilet paper, paper towels,
Hold
water.
on.
How much
I
shit-
agree. I agree
Like-
to the
like fucking-
last two, but the first one, hey, you don't know
Yeah,
know other
TP.
people's nights.
Yeah.
Do you need a 6-month supply for something that's only going to last 2 weeks?
If you had Chipotle, yeah.
Oh my god.
What the fuck?
Continue.
Or any food with more than a quarter cup of cheese.
Just a handful, really, for me. But continue.
Oh my god, people are freaking out. Like the other day, we went to Costco. And because we're out. We
We're
were
genuinely out of toilet paper, so we went to go to Costco.
we just need two things: toilet paper and paper towel. You can find it.
Paper towel.
Paper towel. Toilet paper, paper towel.
Fucking JV Smooth over here.
Everybody's panicking. You cannot even find a single bottle of water.
I heard a hand sanitizer at the moment. It's just like insane prices, or you can't find it anywhere.
Yeah, and the funny thing about it is that hand sanitizers will kill bacteria, not viruses. So it's like, what the fuck, people? Like, why are we all so stupid?
Someone's
still?
just bathing in Purell. They're just putting it in their bathtub.
Right? That's not going to work. Just wash your hands with soap and water.
Just be a decent human being.
Which, by the way, we were all taught in kindergarten how to do. Now adults are freaking out because nobody was washing their hands.
I used to wash my hands before it was cool to wash your hands. Food.
Thanks, food.
Wow.
You're a law-abiding
so
citizen.
Just fucking chill out.
You know,
dude.
there was a sportscast or a radio personality. I think he's currently on Fox. By the name of Marcellus Wiley, when it was on Max and Marcellus.
What a Marcel? Oh,
Remember?
I already
Remember
know.
that?
I already know where he's going with this. Listen.
So Max used to get on Marcellus all the time because Marcellus never washes his hands after he uses the restroom.
Oh.
He only washes his hands after doing number 2. If he does number 1, he says, "Why do I gotta wash my hands?"
Is his argument that his penis is the cleanest part of his body?
But that would be a pretty good argument. But anyway,
no, I think he doesn't wash his hands at all.
No, well, okay. Maybe I think they did talk about for a while he didn't wash his hands until they gave him shit about not washing his hands after going number 2. So he compromised.
He never used to wash his hands, regardless of which restroom number usage he was doing.
That's gross.
What is with this
person?
Just
recently, he started to wash after number 2.
Yeah, I don't know if he. I don't listen to him anymore. I don't think he has a radio show anymore. But he's on Fox. Has a couple of shows on Fox there, and every time I every time I hear about the whole washing hands things, I'm all, that motherfucker doesn't wash his hands. Why don't we all get on him? Like there is video, there's evidence of him saying he doesn't wash his fucking hands.
Oh, there's hours.
Yeah.
And hours of confession.
Yeah, look it up.
Yeah.
Look it up.
Gross.
Look it up.
Look it up, foo. Look it up.
I believe you. I'm not going to look it up.
Foo, look it up.
And I'm not going to do it.
Max and Marcellus, foo. ESPN Radio.
Do it.
The Lost Archives.
Shut up, fool!
Oh.
My bad.
So, Steph.
Moral of the story, don't panic. Wash your goddamn hands like
More
a
people
decent
die
human
from the
being.
flu, right?
Yeah.
More people are dying from the flu.
More people are exposed and are dying from the flu.
Wait, are we
than
talking
this
historically or recently?
Just within the last year.
Ah.
I think the last year the flu wiped out almost 20,000 people.
Yeah, dude.
Holy
yeah, and
fuck.
I don't think we've cracked 1,000 with this coronavirus worldwide.
I think the biggest number is in China, and then in our side of the country, it's only like 12.
Well, I mean, in China, it's technically just thinning the herd. I mean, you know.
Jesus.
Well,
did you hear about
sorry?
this?
Well,
I'm sorry.
Are
they not overly populated?
Well, I do know one
They
thing. They have closed those markets where they serve the animals, like kill them live and serve them to you. They've closed those markets.
Yeah, because
outbreak.
weren't there videos of people eating the bats? And
Yeah. No, those markets are all over the place. They're going to close them for now. And then as soon as this whole thing blows over, they're going to just reopen them.
Coronavirus 2.0.
That's their culture.
Well, then let's not let it blow over and let's make it a BFD.
So it's going to be called Corona Light then? Is that the next?
Corona Light. You know what this is?
It goes well with a little Lyme disease.
Oh.
Not to scare
Fuck
you,
yourself.
but this is actually SARS Light. Because the full title of the coronavirus is SARS Corona 2.
This is a
SARS
This is
Con
the,
V2.
This is Iron
This
Man
is
Mark II armor.
SARS-2 Electric Boogaloo.
It's going on cruises,
You're a dick.
Yeah,
got the sun
it's
hat
all
and
over the
everything.
place.
visiting the old folks' home.
Saying what's up to Italy. Yeah, it's bad.
Did you see that food? Did you show these guys that little skit they had going on in Mexico? Where they had this coronavirus?
Oh, I did not. So they have they have these 9-10-year-olds doing a play, and it's two of them are dressed up as a doctor and a nurse, and one of them's dressed up as a virus cell.
Okay.
and then the virus cell has like the Fu Manchu fucking mustache on it.
That's a little,
and then the rice
patty hat.
Oh, no.
And then the little kid with the doctors chasing it with the big ass syringe.
Just running around the stage. Oh my god!
I'll find it.
Mexico's forever.
Yeah, they're
undefeated.
like, because I think it was like Russia, China, and some other country are like closing their schools, and then like this is what Mexico's up to right now. Having a fucking play on it.
Jeez. Speaking of closing things, I just found out, and I texted you guys as soon as I found out, is that they shut down South by Southwest this year because of this whole coronavirus scare, which in my opinion isn't as necessary to do. But now this is going to set off some kind of domino effect for a bunch of international events that take place. South by Southwest being the first. I know Coachella will be next.
That will be
I'm
next.
really hoping they don't cancel the Rage Against the Machine show that we're going to go see on April 1st.
As I was telling you guys in the chat, I think you had a too quick panic attack on your front there, Fusi. It is only international events because South by Southwest is primarily international. There was no reported cases in Austin of coronavirus. They just kind of took the first step to battle it by, because it's going to have a lot of international attendance. Same thing with the music festival Ultra, I think, in Miami. They canceled that because that's primarily international as well. Similar to like some of these NBA games, they've actually, the NBA released that they may be having games without any fan attendance because of this, because a lot of the fans are primarily international,
right?
Because they have a huge international market. So I think where the Rage concert is going to kind of be different is because it's not a festival where you're going to have
a concert.
It's a concert
localized in Phoenix.
Exactly, yeah. and there's no reported cases in Arizona at the moment. I think the other day I was listening to ESPN, the Will Kane show, and he had a germ Scientologist from like Canada. He called in. His name's the Germ Guy. I guess he's fairly popular.
That's too on the nose,
right?
Man.
But he said that not to worry about the coronavirus, similar to you, Steph, because we're gonna start having hot climates, and viruses tend not to be able to live out in the outside environment during a hot climate. Well, yeah. Thanks, Fu.
What?
Anytime.
Anyways, so with the warmer climates coming, we don't have to worry about it being airborne or being out in the open, only on contact at that point. But so yeah, Fu, I think we'll be fine for the Rage concert.
Yeah,
we'll see, man. You never know.
Awesome.
I mean, like,
unless the Fu has it.
Like, really think about it. Like, kind of expanding what you just said. With any winter cold season, we're mostly inside. So no matter what kind of event, we're going to be inside. It's going to be warm. We're going to be touching people. We're all in the
Where
airspace.
are you touching?
Just shoulder bumping people.
We're gonna be
my way.
We're gonna be
Right?
moshing, right?
Well,
I'm gonna be moshing.
No, we don't have pit tickets. It's going to be a seat. So
They can.
you
The
can
Fu's
mosh
just gonna say,
aisle.
"Catch me down there."
Yeah.
Just-
You're gonna tumble down the stairs. You're gonna take a spill like Josh did.
Yeah.
Do my best Josh impression.
There you go.
but you got to fight through it though.
Mm-hmm.
No hospital.
Well, good health and such, Steph. Now, Fu, I know you wanted to talk about something in the joint report, but first, today we went over to L.A. because you wanted to introduce me to this new hamburger spot. What's this called again?
It's called Burgerlords, Fu.
Burgerlords. It was smack dab in the middle of Chinatown in L.A.
I know. So we went to Burgerlords and we went to get the coronavirus stuff.
I mean, two birds are dead, is what I'm saying. So we went, and you were really trying to sell this to me as this being a superior hamburger to In-N-Out, because I think if we all grew up here, around the Baldwin Park area where it originated, In-N-Out is hands down one of the best burgers you can get for the price.
It's what a hamburger is all about.
Yes, thank you, Josh.
You're welcome.
And so you took me over to Burgerlords, and they have different options. Can you explain a little bit about what's on the menu?
Yeah, so they actually serve like grass-fed beef, or they have vegan options.
Nice.
And the shakes are vegan too.
Yeah,
right?
the shakes are vegan. Me and this guy got a shake.
They're not milkshakes, but they're shakes.
They're vegan milkshakes.
Mm-hmm. So they use like soy, oat milk, some other crap.
Probably almond milk or
And
coconut milk.
And I had one. I had a chocolate shake, and it was pretty good. I got to say that you can tell it's not dairy. It's a little off of that, but it's still very good. You know, it still has that chocolatey flavor.
I got the Oreos, or I got the cookies and cream one, and it was really good.
Mm-hmm.
Those
you could tell just a tiny bit, like, oh, I can tell this is like nut based or like something like that.
those vegan vegetarian options are becoming more readily available.
Oh, super important. I think it's because the state passed a law saying a lot of places have to incorporate a vegan item on there.
Well, I think we're as a society, I think we're pushing towards a less beef consumption.
Well, I think that stems from going vegan is the best way to like reduce your carbon footprint.
Yeah,
That's true.
yeah, that's true. So
Can't do it.
I wouldn't be able to. It would be very difficult for me to do it specifically since I attend a lot of family events that incorporate a barbecue of sorts.
Yeah, you're Mexican, man. What do you think?
All that stuff. So if Steph and I, we're cutting meat from our diets quite a bit, but we're not getting rid of it.
No.
We're not stupid,
Right? I still love my hamburger with actual beef.
Hamburger.
Hamburger. So today I got a hamburger from this place, and I gotta say it's way better than Whataburger. It's good, dude. It's fucking good. If I were to rate it just overall, and what I'm taking into account is value, taste, and just overall kind of like goodness, I think that I'm gonna give it a B+. And the only reason it's not getting an A+ is just because
dirty?
for the double cheeseburger, for the fries, and my shake, I almost shelled out $20.
Holy shit!
I'm sorry.
Yeah, so that's the one thing. Other than that, like if it was closer to the In-N-Out prices, which that same meal would cost you just under like $8, right? More or less.
More or less, yeah.
Yeah,
for a double.
Depending on where you're at. When you more than double that, it kind of decreases. Like, am I gonna go there again, or my decision to go there again?
Yeah, most places that have a $15 or $16 asking price for a burger meal, I usually only go like maybe once or twice if I'm just in the mood.
But if I'm ignoring that, I would say it's as good, if not just a tad bit better than an In-N-Out burger.
I would say on taste, because that is something. Because I paid $19 for my meal, and I got the animal style fries.
What do they call it there? Do you remember?
They called them. Oh shit, I don't remember.
But what do they put on it?
They put cheese, grilled onions, and their vegan, or not their vegan, but their house sauce, which is like the Thousand Island sauce that spread.
The spread.
But another thing.
Oh, Lord of the Fries.
There you go. The
Lord of the Fries.
Yeah. So just that by itself is $5.
Yeah.
And then my milkshake's $6.
Ugh.
But if I'm evening the score, because
Or I think
the whole In-N-Out meal is an experience where you get the burger, the fries, and the drink and or shake. Here, the In-N-Out fries are still more superior than their fries.
Okay.
I gotta love the In-N-Out fries. So because the whole meal itself was so good, but the fries weren't as good. The burger's better, but the fries aren't. I think it kind of levels it out.
Yeah.
And then when you're considering the price, then I think I'm gonna keep going to In-N-Out. So
No,
Yeah,
that makes sense.
Yeah, because I think right now for just a cheeseburger at In-N-Out is $3.
yeah, that sounds
And,
Yeah.
good.
and at this place, it's like $6.
Yeah.
Oof.
It's literally double the price.
But I will say though that it is the diameter of said patty is a little larger than the In-N-Out one.
Oh, okay.
You get a little bit more bang for your buck as far as like how much like.
Well, this is also a sit-down place, right? I'm assuming.
No,
So-
it's
It's a burger stand.
It's a stand.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh. Huh.
So they only have like 3-4 tables right next to it.
Yeah, just 4 tables outside. That's it.
Yeah.
So there's not much overhead.
Nope.
And yeah, they're charging a lot of money.
No, they're like smack dab in the middle of like a little plaza in Chinatown.
Yeah.
They're across the street from this fucking.
Yeah, we had to look it up, but it was like, is it associated with the Chinese mafia or some shit?
Yeah, this
what the hell?
this gathering place.
Do you remember what you looked up? Do you have it on your phone there?
Something. I think it's called the Chinese Tong.
Okay, so yeah, they pretty much look after or assist immigrants that come here, you know, and but they're tied to like these organizations back in China.
Yeah, but they're tied to like gangs in China.
Oh, what?
So
so that might be how they get funded. We don't know, but they provide an actual legitimate resource for immigrants here in the United States.
So in Chinatown, they help Chinese people who don't know how to speak English and
just kind of settle in
here.
and shit. Yeah.
Oh, okay, but that's the front, supposedly.
Yeah, and who knows? They probably actually legitimately do provide these services, but
Oh shit!
on the back end,
Yeah.
They're tied to Asian gangs.
yeah, it's like the motorcycle club, you know, going to
Make a wish, doing a
yeah,
make a
doing
wish
a
ride.
make a wish thing. It's
Yeah.
like what the
Yeah.
fuck?
That
Yeah.
doesn't seem right. Wow,
Yeah, that was
that's-
wild. It's right across it from the burger stand.
Damn, that's pretty wild.
Yeah. So there's just this guy kind of just monitoring the door. It doesn't seem like he was one of those strong and silent types. Like you don't know, like he probably knows how to fuck you up, but if he doesn't know or have those kinds of skills, he probably has a gun.
I'm sure he does.
Yeah.
If he's, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Wow. Crazy, guys.
But
I was actually going to make on another back to the burger note. I was going to make a suggestion on a place you guys should probably try. It's
Ooh.
fairly local. It's not in LA, but it's called Muya. I don't know if you guys may have seen those. It has like a cow on the front. They just opened one up in the
Muya.
Muya, like MOO dash
Booyah!
Yeah, and
like booyah, but mooyah.
Yeah.
yeah, they have vegan substitute burgers there, but they also have like this bacon burger, like barbecue bacon burger. It's just fantastic. The price isn't as high as that, but it's similar. It's still a little bit more expensive than In-N-Out, but the burger is fucking phenomenal. You can get tater tots too. You can get sweet potato fries and sweet potato tater tots. So it's a pretty bomb place. I suggest you guys go stop by if you have one around here.
Nice.
Yeah.
Mooyah.
I too have a recommendation.
Oh, jeez.
This one might be the most expensive out of all of yours.
Oh my god.
I was in LA for the Bernie rally last week on Sunday, and after that we went to this place called Monty's. It's completely vegan. Vegan cheese, the patties, milkshake, everything is
Do they
vegan.
pull it off?
Oh my god, it is the best like light burger you've ever had. It doesn't taste artificial.
Uh-huh.
The cheese was really good. It was like nice and gooey because it's
If
melted.
it's vegan, like where's it coming from?
What kind of cheese are they getting here?
I have no idea, but it's
Mm.
it's some kind of
Vegan cheese.
vegan cheese.
Vegan cheese, you guys, is cashews.
Really?
the fuck out of here.
but it tastes like cheese.
Yeah, blended cashews with some, I think yeast and something else.
What?
Yeah, you blend it up in a food processor.
I'm not happy about any of this.
Yep, and it turns in vegan cheese foods.
You know what? You won't be
Crazy.
if you ever tried it. You won't be disappointed, and it doesn't feel heavy after you eat it because it's all plant based.
You don't get meat sweats?
No,
But that's the best part.
The meat sweats?
The meat sweats.
Oh, gross.
You know you're putting in work, man.
and then they have sweet potato, tater tots, or they have just the regular fries. The cheeseburger that I got, $11.
Cheese.
Just the cheeseburger.
Yeah, I believe it.
And
Not
then-
even a real fucking burger.
right?
Paying 11.
It's all plants. This is
Sorry, I fell again.
that place called Monty's. There's 2 locations, but the one that I went to is in Echo Park, off of Sunset.
Órale.
I know, right? That area is becoming all gentrified. The hipsters have moved in and they kind of kick the
you
homeless
get
out.
You get the one homie that comes in. Oh, hey, Holmes, this cashew cheese, fantastic, eh?
You blend them in.
It's a good burger.
You could just put some tapatio on it though next time.
You know what? It probably tastes really good.
Yeah.
with some toppings.
He's pretty much the same guy. He just uses basically a whole lot more.
Basically,
Like food.
basically,
You
the
just changed the
tapatio would
words.
have been
Yeah.
good.
Well, nice. Good recommendations. I'll make sure never to check those out.
Oh wow, what a prick!
Foo, you got a joint report, correct?
No.
Are you on weed? Give me some. I'll smoke you two under the table.
Josie is gonna kill the food right now.
I almost killed you earlier today. You almost canceled on me on going to this burger place.
I just wanted to throw
You
you
sack
into
of shit. All
I
right,
just
so
wanted- I
we'll
just-
get to the joint report in just a minute.
Whoa,
but
whoa,
you got to
whoa.
remember that I played a show last night from 9 to 1. And by the
Whoa.
way, it's daylight saving.
So you played
So
from
it's-
9 to 2.
So we played from 9 to 2. It takes us an hour to break down and pack the van.
So 9 to 3. So this guy should have got home by 3:30, right?
No,
Or-
but then we went to Denny's.
Of course.
Where it took us like 45 minutes to get our food and then another
Yeah.
45 to eat it and just
my
socialize. And so we don't get home until like 5, 6 a.m.
Knowing
No,
we're
it's like
going to the
5.
burger place in the morning.
Quick, let's stop at Denny's the night before.
Yeah.
It was supposed to be a quick trip.
It was. I was just going to get some moons over my hammy
God.
and then call it a fucking night. But no. I guess we got there when they were changing shifts.
Yeah, and not only that, I think I was overhearing the conversation from one of the ladies that was leaving. I think there was some kind of dance rehearsal, competition, whatever, high school stuff going on. They were all out late. 2, 3 in the morning. Where the fuck are your parents? Go home.
Yeah. So it was pretty
It was
busy.
packed for
And
3 in the morning.
So yeah, and then I have to wake up like around 8 because this asshole said he was going to pick me up at 9. So I get up, I shower.
I said be ready to leave by 9:30.
You're like, you just better be ready when I knock on your door, like some kind of douche. And then, so I make sure that 9 on the dot, I'm ready to go. I have my trousers on, and I got my walking shoes going, and I have a healthy, good attitude too. And then this guy, and I'm just like, I get a text 30 minutes later because I'm just waiting there like an asshole for 30 minutes, and he's just like, he shows me a picture of the place, and then it's just crossed out that says canceled. I'm like, why? He's just like, I just woke up. It's like, dick, I'm over here fucking with 3 hours of sleep, and I still got up for you, and you're like, all right, no, I'm just running a little behind.
All slurred like that too? Or
Yeah, that's how I read it. I even pictured the meat sweats. And then
dick.
And then 45 minutes later, you show up. Just. I was about to strangle your ass.
Food shouldn't have been out all night.
Shut up! Shut up! And then, so on the way there, we're still talking about this burger place, by the way, even though in the joint report. But on the way there, this guy gives me that THC pill, and just that hits me like a ton of bricks, considering this burger was supposed to be my breakfast.
What's the problem? You weren't driving, right?
No, hell no, I wasn't, but maybe that's why I'm so worked up now.
Just
What's
likes
the
to complain the
problem?
whole time.
And another thing.
Yeah, there was a whole lot of George Costanza going on in that trip over there, but I'm not sorry about a goddamn thing. All right, man, joint report. What do you got?
Yeah, food. So earlier this week, man, Colorado defelonizes Schedule 1 and 2 drugs, man.
Is that a good thing?
Yes.
Oh, good.
So now, if you get caught with a schedule previously, or if you get caught with a Schedule 1 or 2 substance, it is no longer a felony
In Colorado.
in Colorado.
Okay, so what does it show you there? What is considered a Schedule 1, or nothing has changed? They just why even bother still calling it Schedule 1? Why don't they just move those drugs out of the Schedule 1
They have-
no,
category?
because they're still
because the
federally?
federal, So all they've done was
So they're not going to enforce it.
So they've just defelonized. So
So it's like a
State
Because-
law, foo. So they
because a felony stays on your record, it's
Yeah.
mandatory.
Mhm.
You can get a misdemeanor removed from your record.
interesting. Okay.
So this doesn't hamper your employment endeavors in the future, and doesn't fuck you up.
You can still vote. all
get
that
a
shit.
credit check, buy a house, rent somewhere. It's not gonna fuck you up for life, man. So it's a pretty big deal. The only issue is that this isn't retroactive. So anyone who was like, oh, they were previously in jail or they previously served time.
Some poor bastard last week.
Yeah. Some guy who got out a week ago for spending like 12 years in prison. Yeah, it's like, sorry.
Yeah. Oh, well.
Yeah, so that's going to be left up to the federal government if we ever decriminalize weed.
Yeah, I see.
But they're saying, so Schedule 1, so like, hard drugs, if you have less than 4 grams, you'll only get a misdemeanor now. So they're trying to like reduce the placement of felony prisoners into state prison, because these felons no longer have to go to a state prison. Yeah, you can serve a misdemeanor with a fine and or community service.
That's good, because man, there are people in prison that shouldn't be in prison.
Exactly.
For these particular stupid reasons.
Yeah, for a nonviolent crime.
They're saying it's going to save the state between $8 and $13 million.
It's good.
But Fu, what about all that cheap labor?
You mean slavery?
I mean...
You mean straight up just slavery?
Yeah.
Modern day slavery.
Modern day slavery. Fu.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
They're trading work for freedom.
Oh, shut it.
Not really.
You have no argument with you.
Indentured servitude.
Yeah.
True.
I mean, call it what you want, but it's pretty fucked up.
So this is away from them saving this $8 to $13 million. They can actually kind of beef up their rehabilitation programs. So now they're not wasting time on these fucking people that like, oh, you got caught with a couple of pills, now you have to go to NA the rest of your life. Yeah, shit like that.
Damn, son. Well,
Now-
hopefully it expands beyond.
Yeah, that's going to be left up to the federal government though. So
Now there's more opportunity for mental health
yeah, a lot
clinics.
more, a lot better clinics, a lot better treatments are available because now they can focus on people who really have the issues, like those crackheads that just keep going and getting
Well,
it.
good for Colorado. It seems like they're actually getting some decent leadership consulting, some good ideas that they're actually putting into place now to take care of this whole mental health situation. Because that's really where everything stems from. I mean, all the homeless that we see, Colorado has it too. And not as bad as LA, but every big city has their share of homelessness these days, and this seems like they're starting to get some kind of plan in place.
Look, if you're homeless in Colorado, that's fucking commitment, man. Because
it's cold.
It's just fucking cold.
Yeah.
You're prepared. That means you're prepared to just die in the cold at any point.
Mm-hmm.
That's tough. Pretty tough.
Yeah.
Who? Anything else?
That was it. I mean, yeah, just if this is the first step, hopefully, and then leave it up to the feds after this.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Well.
Smoke weed every day.
All right, Fu. Well, I understand that you have to take a quick break, so we'll catch you on the flippity flip.
All right.
Fu has to take a shit. But
I already see brown stains.
it's Grandhagen.
Oh,
All right.
Prairie
So, so last but not least, the Fu, unfortunately, he walked out. But he did want me to share a song that he found on his playlist. But first, I wanted to also bring up that the Fallen Electric played in L.A., in downtown L.A., a week and a half ago, and we played with Green River Blues, which I featured in the previous episode. But we also played with this other guy called Robert Ruby. And I guess before he had a full band. He had like horn sections and guitars and shit like that. But for this particular show, it was just him on his keyboard and his laptop with a drummer. Drummer was excellent too, and they all just kind of they all went through the laptop. So I'm sure like they had some kind of metronome going on where they were able to sync each other and the other like the horn section that he had recorded on his laptop. Mm-hmm. Very practical setup. And he sounded really good. So I wanted to share one of his songs that he has on his website. If you all go to robertrubymusic.com, you will find one of the songs on here called Tinseltown. So I wanted to just introduce you guys to little Robert Ruby. I found him to be very very catchy, very kind of like a indie pop kind of thing. And he just kind of puts you in a good space. So check out Tinseltown by Robert Ruby.
shimmers in the heat. Our city's bones are shaking now. Models roll, heart of stone. They're lost so far away from home. I wonder if they're lonely. And I'm waiting for something. And I'm starting to wonder, will it make it? Will it break me? And it's sad and it's funny. I'm nearly all out of money. Joy and life are itch for nap now. Yeah, full of dreams and a smile. Betrays of my naive faith.
What do you think about this stuff?
It's interesting. This is all digital?
No, well, everything is a real instrument, but when he played it live, you know, he brought that on his laptop because it was just him and his keyboard and his drummer. So all the other instruments that you're hearing, came out of his laptop. But he said that before they used to have those live, and I guess for that particular show they weren't able to make it, or they're working on getting others that would be more readily available for more shows.
This sounds very like Broadway musical.
Yeah,
I like
but
it.
it's
It's
nice.
catchy.
Yeah. Yeah, he encompasses a lot of. It says right here, you know, it's a mixture of melodic soul, blues, rock, golden age Hollywood soundtracks for fans of Motown, Lou Reed, Ramones, Japanese city pop. He definitely has that flavor, that Japanese city pop, and any extravagant, high energy sounds. So, by day he is a multi-instrumentalist, freelance songwriter, music producer, and composer. And he runs a small recording studio near downtown LA. So he's all about music. So this is actually the stuff that he writes on his own for his live performances. I thought he was a really talented dude, and he had a really good attitude when he was on stage. So remember Robert Ruby, Fu, the guy who opened the show?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was good. I liked him a lot. Yeah. And then we played after him, and then that was that. So, but anyway, Fu, I didn't get to play your track yet. Do you want to introduce it?
Oh, perfect timing, Fu.
Oh, by the way, how was it?
What?
Did you make it out okay?
It was desperately needed. I guess In-N-Out's better. I've never had to shit that bad after In-N-Out.
Hindsight 2020.
All right.
Even though Burgerlords is pretty goddamn good.
No, it's good. It's good. Yeah.
Anyways, so this is one of those indie pop songs I discovered through, just browsing through the vault of Apple.
Mm-hmm. It's by Victor Internet, and the song is weird. It's called I Know, but it's just KNO, no W, V3.
I know.
I know V3s. Let's check it out.
I know, you got it down. I know, you got me down. I know, you got it down. I know, you got me down. I've been trying to find myself every night. What I can't decide, who will I be now? I've been trying to find myself every night. What I can't decide, who will I be now? Who will I be now? Who will I be now? Who will I be now?
I can appreciate the experimental, how they got experimental with some of the percussion. They're not using your conventional drum kit or anything like that.
True. Is this how indie bands usually make music?
Not really, but it is definitely a type of alternative music that some people I see appreciating quite a bit. I wouldn't be surprised if this was like a performer in Coachella.
True,
because that's what kind of they've been steering
This sounds
towards.
like this would be like someone good though at Coachella.
Who is this?
Victor Internet.
Victor Internet.
Huh.
Yeah.
I've heard this song before, but
Yeah.
I never knew the artist. But yeah, I think this
See,
is
now they
somewhat
switched
of
it
a-
up.
Anything, pictures on my phone. I know that they're fake, but you so real, like reality. I know, you
It's exploring a whole array of kind of genres all in one song.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
People getting inventive with that keyboard and shit.
Yeah, and I think we're going to see a lot more of that, at least, as we continue to go into this new decade. We just had, the last 100 years, how much types of music have come through that people appreciate now with the internet being so big and just widespread. People are able to YouTube pretty much any kind of music, and so thus everything becomes an influence.
It's crazy, man. People still love the old-timey music right now, too.
And this melting pot of music is pretty much, we're seeing it in the flesh right now. People are just encompassing all kinds of stuff.
Pretty exciting, Foo.
It's cool, man. It's something that I'm being optimistic about it. I used to be a big naysayer of like new electronic music, but I think people aren't getting that lazy about it anymore.
Yeah?
No, you can tell the ones that are actually putting a good effort. Putting good effort into it. Like even rap, in some rap games. Like I honestly did not want to give like Travis Scott any credit or give him a chance, but like as I started hearing more of his songs, especially
they're clever.
Yeah, they are, and like his beats are pretty good.
They sound experimental too.
They do. It sounds different than a lot of
his
other
hi-hat
stuff.
could just eat a dick though. I hate his hi-hat production. I hate how they just I can't stand it. Everything else is good though.
Yeah, and he has actually some surprising collaborative songs on there. Like there's actually a song through the late night that actually has Kid Cudi on the album, on that song, and it's supposed to be like, because it's supposed to be a take on I think not Day and Night. Actually, it's supposed to be like a little bit of a take on Day and Night.
Yeah.
So the beat kind of sounds similar to that. So yeah, I would implore people to listen to that one at some point.
So Foo, you gonna learn how to play the guitar soon?
Probably not.
Oh,
Why you say that?
I tried, Foo. I tried.
Oh, so I can get experimental?
Yeah, Foo.
No. I know a little bit about how to play piano, but I don't know like just chords here and there.
True.
But nothing too fancy.
Baba Black Sheep. Foo.
If fucking chopsticks.
Yeah.
Pretty
Hot
much
cross
everything.
buns.
There you go. The first verse to the Simpsons intro, that little shit. But yeah, man, good stuff. Keep bringing that stuff in, man. It's an interesting take on new alternative music. I mean, alternative music was pretty much Third Eye Blind back in the day, if you can believe it. If you can believe it, when you had boy bands and shit like that hitting the charts back in the early 90s, alternative music was considered Pearl Jam, all that stuff. And now that's dad music. Mm-hmm. And now alternative music is just more of a melting pot of everybody else. So it's definitely changed the scene. And I'm just glad that it's becoming, that people are taking into account that it should require a little bit of soul for people to enjoy it. And so, yeah, good stuff, man. Thanks for that.
You're welcome, Phil.
Yes.
Take that.
Well, just like you, this burger has just gone right through me as well. So I think we're going to cut it right here.
Nice.
And and call it a podcast. What do you say, everybody?
I think that's
you know what?
choice.
I'll allow it, Foo.
Actually, you know what, Foo? While you're here... No.
Well, thank you all very much for listening into the Foo Bar Show. Thanks for hitting subscribe, and remember to rate, review, and tell your friends like a champ. You can always reach us at Foo Bar Show. That's FTheBelowBarShow.com. And F the Below Bar Show is our handle on Facebook, Tumblr, Twitter, and Instagram. Check us out. Drop us a line, and we'll fill it up like a couple of foos. I've been Josie.
I've been Josh.
With the Foo.
And Steph.
Signing off saying, don't be a dick.